may have heard about Diwali. Have you heard of the Diwali celebration? Yes, briefly, yeah. Diwali is the festival of light, but the spiritual significance is much more than just lighting a candle or something like that. No. The spiritual significance starts from today, 2 days before Diwali, and this is the only festival in the Vedic tradition that is 5 days long. Normally festivals are very short. In the Vedic tradition, the original Vedic tradition, the festivals are short, meaningful. You don't have to spend much money. If you don't have fruits, you can offer flower from your garden. You don't have flower, you can also offer a leaf, any leaf. You don't have leaf, you can offer a glass of water, anything. And that water is so blessed water, and then you drink it yourself, so you don't waste anything. You offer food also at the end of it, you eat for yourself, so nothing is wasted. But the significance now, that is most important. Now, today is the birthday of Dhanvantri. Dhanvantri, here you see the statue here, the Pratima here. Dhanvantri is the Lord of Health, the God of Health. And it is said that he was born about 10,000 BC. So this is Dhanvantri of our era. There have been Dhanvantris in the past, but in our era, for last 30,000-40,000, he is the first Dhanvantri to be born about, some say about 10,000 BC, some say about 12,000-13,000 BC. So this is after the last ice age. After the last ice age, there was a turmoil, everything was topsy-turvy, and then Dhanvantri is born to bring some health. This is very important. The significance of this statue is very important. In one of the hands, you see there, he is having shankha, he is having conch shell. Which hand is it? Here? He is having a conch shell. Now, conch shell represents sound. So this is very important if any of you is doing something in the field of healing. Sound therapy is the most important and the first and foremost therapy. I have always been sharing my experience. When I was a kid, I used to be very sick. I was born with a defected lungs, from birth. And then somehow I got healed. But this doctor who I would meet, I was very small, 5 years, 4 or 5, and I had to have some injections, some shots for 6 months. I think it was weekly or something, for 6 months. It was a long procedure. And this doctor, when I go there, first of all, he would speak to me. He did not do anything, he would just speak. I'm a small kid and he has some toys there, and he was not a, what do you call the child doctor in English? Yeah, he was not a specialist for children. He was a general practitioner, but he had some toys, and he would always, he knew that I liked balloons, so he would have some balloons for me, and talk. While talking, he'll just give me injection. But many people, they used to go to this doctor. I was born in Solo in Central Java, another island. They would come to this doctor sick, and these doctors normally, they give you prescription, right? In India is a different way. They give you prescription and you have to get the medicine immediately from the dispensary there. The doctors normally in those days used to have dispensary. But here, right from the beginning, the doctors will not have any dispensary, any apotheke. So they'll just give prescription. And these people, the patients, before even buying the medicine, taking the medicine, they would already be well, just by listening to him talking, So first of all, if you are into healing and something like that, your voice, your sound is most important. You can actually bring health to people's life just by talking sweetly, talking nicely, trying to understand them. So do not practice the kind of practice that present day doctors are doing. They are not interested in your story. They're just interested to write the prescription, give medicine, and get the hell out of here, because there's another one waiting. And especially this kind of thing I have seen in the West, it is not that worse. The doctors are still having some time. Good doctors are still there. But in the East, it is becoming very, very bad, because doctors are so busy, especially the specialist. You can go to the specialist, you can ask Yeshwan. He has to go to the specialist and he has to wait until 3 a.m. to get his name announced. And then at 3 a.m., the doctor, 2 a.m. or 1 a.m., a doctor who is trying to check you, what kind of energy he has left. He has been practicing from 7, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and it goes on and on daily basis. So sound is important. You can actually heal somebody. You can, of course, you're not the healer. I always keep reminding, the healing comes from the existence, but you can be a channel to that healing by just speaking nicely. And then we have this Om, very powerful mantra. There's nothing more powerful. If you can repeat it, if you can chant it properly, and that's what we have been trying to teach you here, take a deep breath and inflate, expand your belly so that the air is there. And then while you are exhaling, you are contracting your belly, at the same time you are chanting Om. Because Om itself is a song. So you don't try to impose another song upon a song, It has a special meter, so it has to be Om. A lot of people nowadays on YouTube, you can find Om. It sounds good, but definitely not beneficial. You don't have to do anything to Om. It's already perfect. It has to be a direct sound. And you can, of course, do some research that the existential vibrations, now NASA has got it, that if you super compress the vibrations all around you, the sound that you hear is Om, and you can have that YouTube clip also. Now, coming back to Dhanvantri, sound, the second one is water. He has got a jar of water. Now, the second most important thing for healing is water. So after sound, it is water. I used to have an uncle, he was a medical doctor. He would always tell, and the first guru that I learned about Ayurveda, say before applying any medicine, before doing anything, first of all, tell the patients to drink water and clean your whole system, detox yourself. So then water. And then third one, he has got a leaf, somewhere in one of the hands. It's a plant. Now then you go for medicine. Plant is signifying medicine. If sound does not help yet, water does not help, then go for medicine. So medicine is not first 1 and 2 step. Medicine is the third step. And that also, it should be as much possible, it should be herbal, plant-based, not so much processed. But again, let me tell you also that even in those days, now books on his teachings are still available. It's called Charaka Samhita. Charaka was the name of the man who expounded, who interpreted his teachings, and those books are still in print. And a lot of research has been done on those books, and they found, yes, that it is right. So they have given so many different types of plants. But beside that, even if you look at the modern medicine, they are chemicals, but where do they get chemicals from? It is from the same existence also. So sometime if you have to go, you have to accept those chemicals, well, you have to, So you don't be fanatic, no, I must have only herbs, Just to give an example, extract. Extract is also a process. And he says it's okay to extract, because otherwise, if you are suffering from iron deficiency and you have to have spinach, how can you have 3 kilos of spinach every day? So you take an extract. Now that's already a process. Taking an extract from any plant, any flower, it is already a process. So it's all right. But you must try to get, first of all, through food. If you are already taking care of your food intake, actually you can be free from all medicine, including herbal medicine. Because your food should incorporate all those spices and herbs in very small quantity, not too much, not too little. And then the fourth one is chakra. Chakra is the disc. Now that is surgery. If sound does not help, if water does not help, if medicine, herbals, they do not help, then the fourth one is surgery. So this is still valid. I would still say this is quite all right. This is how it should be. Not that every time you have some problem, you just go for surgery. No. Here the doctors are normally very much in favor of surgery, because they want to cut you and they want to teach. Especially if you go to a professor, he wants to show to his students, how do I perform surgery? So if you go to a professor, you are in a bad shape, because he would like to perform surgery, because he wants to show to his kids how the surgery is performed. So you become the guinea pig, you become the scapegoat for him. So this is the day that we celebrate his birthday. And tomorrow, these 5 days in sequence, tomorrow is Naraka Chaturdashi. The meaning of Narak is hell. How to prepare yourself to go through hell in this life. You don't have to wait for your death to go to heaven or hell, but hell and heaven are in this life. So once a year, you prepare yourself for hell. And that is the day when you discipline yourself, you spend your day in chanting, in prayers. Try to do that tomorrow morning, from morning till evening, the whole day. Try to do it, try to limit your activities, not going around. If you can do it, if you can afford it, read some good books, spend some time in the garden, do something that is evolving your soul, evolving your consciousness. And try to eat little, not well. Here the food is quite okay, it's little already, it's not a huge buffet anyway. So don't make yourself heavy, and of course you are getting up early, so that is already good, That is Naraka Chaturdashi, is the day of discipline. If you have been having some guru, and a guru has given you a certain mantra, then tomorrow is the day when you spend the day in chanting that mantra 100,008 times. So, well, mantra is small. Normally it is very short mantra, like Om Namah Shivaya. You can chant 20 times, 15 times in a minute. So to chant 100,008, okay? It used to take me almost, 10 hours. I used to do it 10 hours. So you can of course divide them. 2-3 hours in the morning, 2-3 hours in the evening. And if you don't have any guru or anything, you just keep on chanting Om, that's easier. In 1 minute you can already chant so many times. So. But that is all. The whole point is about disciplining yourself and try to practice some kind of austerity, limit your going out, limit your talking to each other unless it is about spirituality. That is going through a discipline tomorrow. And then the third day is Diwali. On this time it's Sunday. And that is the day of festivity. We light candles. Actually, we start lighting candles from today only. And third day is Diwali. Then we invoke. Today we invoke Dhanvantri. Tomorrow we invoke any of your Ishta. Ishta means the deity that you feel very much in tune with. Maybe your deity is Krishna or Jesus or anybody, any deity from any tradition. It doesn't have to be only Hindu or Vedic tradition. It can be any, Mother Mary, anybody, So you invoke that is tomorrow. And day after tomorrow, traditionally we invoke Lakshmi, wealth. So we start with today. Today the day is called Dhanteras. Dhan is also wealth. But the true meaning of wealth here today is not money. The true meaning of wealth is health. If you don't have health, you may have all the money in the world, you cannot enjoy it. So today, Dhan, wealth is health. Tomorrow, wealth is discipline. Yeah? And Nark also is implies working hard. If you want to have money, you have to have discipline and you have to work hard also. Put some energy. And then on Diwali day, we invoke Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth. That is the pinnacle, that is the peak of the celebration. And the next 2 days, normally, traditionally, we go around, meet our friends, meet our families, and greet them, and they come to your house, So this is a 5 days festival, which is the longest festival in the Vedic tradition. Now, I would like to teach you, since this evening I won't be here, I would like to teach you, and then you have the responsibility to teach in the evening. All the people, they haven't got this. You are the first one to get it, okay? The mantra of Dhanvantri, I am giving the simplest mantra. There are so many mantras. And one of the mantras that I got, and if you have read my book, Soul Quest, I got it from the manuscript, very old palm leaves, But that is a bit long. I give the simplest version. And this simplest version also sometime you may have a little bit of difficulty to pronounce it. I was trying to find on YouTube. The YouTube, all of them are wrong. They say Om Dhanvantri Namaha. It is not Dhanvantri, it is Dhanvantraye. Can you say Traye? 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 So when you write it, it is written T-A-R-A-Y. But when you pronounce it in Sanskrit, it is not Taraye. It is not Taraye, but it's Traye. 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 So maybe it's easier for you, but sometime for a lot of people, they pronounce it wrongly, or then they shorten it, Om Dhanvantri Namaha. But actually the original one is Dhanvantraye. So it is a very simple mantra. Om Dhanvantraye Namaha. Om Dhanvantraye Namaha. Om Dhanvantraye Namaha. And then you can chant this 108 times in the evening. You all have to chant, please. Herni, Eddie, you have to chant after you do the chanting upstairs, and then you have Aarti. Come down here and again chant this mantra 108 times. May take you about 10 minutes, 12 minutes. And then after that, you invoke also Ma Lakshmi, Mother Lakshmi, Goddess Lakshmi. The mantra is, I think you have been taught there during the Agnihotra, Om Shriye Namaha? No. Upstairs, the chanting, okay. So then the easiest mantra is Om Shriye Namaha. So you know that? Om Shriye Namaha, Om Shriye Namaha, Om Shriye Namaha. Easy, right? Okay, we'll do it together now. and we'll just do it 21 times. I do the counting, you just, let's do it together. So if you don't follow each other, you do it together, okay? Close your eyes. Om Dhanvantre Namaha. Om Dhanvantre Namaha. Om Dhanvantraye Namaha. Your eyes still closed. You remain silent for some time. If you have any particular mantra dedicated to your chosen deity, anything, if you are drawn towards Shiva, Ganesha, Jesus, Mother Mary, or any other prophet, any guru, you can chant the mantra 21 times also. Today we just chant 3 times internally according to your own chosen deity. And we conclude this session with the chanting of Om Shriye Namaha 21 times. Om Shriye Namaha. Om Shriye Namaha. Om Shriye Namaha. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukha bhag bhave. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.